First off, how at home do you feel now as a UFC athlete? You've got a few fights under your belt now. Do you feel comfortable now fighting under the UFC banner, having made it here to the big show?
Yeah, I feel comfortable. I've spoke about this before. I just like to see every fight as a fight. I don't try and look into it too much, and even the fact that we're back at home and obviously we're in the UK now, going to be in the Manchester arena. I don't let that play too much. But again, it is something that spiritually lifts me. It's a moment that I've relished for a while to be able to fight with the elite, the pinnacle of my career. Obviously at home. It's a major opportunity for me, and I'm really grateful and thankful to the UFC to be able to put me on this card. And it's going to be one that a lot of people are going to really be talking about after this. So as you can see by my face, I'm full of excitement. I can't wait to get in there, get the job done. I was ready 2 or 3 weeks ago. So again, yeah, it's a credit to the UFC bringing it back, getting a lot of the UK fighters on there, and I think it's good for UK MMA. And globally, I think obviously but one of the biggest cards going on here now. It's UFC 204 on Saturday night, so it's going to be something where globally a lot of people are going to be watching, they're going to be tuned in, and I think the UFC and the UK are going to get a lot of recognition off the back of this show.
Talk about that last fight you had with Dominic Steele. That was a real war. I was there for that one, and it was a real back and forth scrap, and he doesn't give you a moment's rest, that guy, and you made to work for the full 3 rounds. I mean, how valuable was that to actually have to go through the fire a little bit and come out the other side victorious?
Yeah, I've done it before, and if anyone knows any of my previous fights, my earlier fights early on in my career, I've had adversity and I've had to face it head on. And you know what? I do it best in that octagon. Throughout my life, I've had adversity, and I've constantly had to try and overcome and persevere. And again, for me, Dominic Steele, the fight was a real tough fight. I had a few complications fight week, obviously no excuses. Illness was a factor, cutting weight as well. Everything goes, so you have to take it all into consideration. But yeah, it was a real tough fight. But it was one of them moments for me that could kind of prove what I had, and that I could really go that extra mile and step to get that win, and that was all that counted.
And given that the guy you're fighting this weekend, he's only had 1 fight in the UFC, but he's already developed a bit of notoriety. He's making some noise already, and I mean, what do you make of him as a fighter? What do you make of him as a personality, and what sort of challenges do you think he's going to pose you on?
As a personality, I think he's dull. There's not much intelligence coming out of his mouth when he speaks, or he wants to trash talk about me. I said before, he's trash at talking trash, if that's even possible. So like I say, a fight's a fight. I'm not looking too much. I'm not trying to read into it too much. Just want to go out there and perform and do what I do best. And at the end of the day, when we're in the octagon and that door shuts, it's fists that we're throwing, not words. Do you know what I mean? So again, it's going to be something that I relish this moment. I want to take the fight to every end of the spectrum, and I hope that the guy is going to bring something to make an exciting fight for me and the fans.
And you're the featured Fight Pass prelim. How much of an extra boost is that for you? You're getting a little bit of extra shine coming into this fight, a little bit of extra promotion, and as someone looking to build their way up in a really competitive weight class, how valuable is that to you?
Oh, it's massive for me to be able to be at home, fighting in the UK. You know, 25s and they're going to be at the arena, but being on Fight Pass means I'm going to get seen around the world. It's a massive outlet and avenue for people to be able to tune in and watch, so make sure you do. And again, I love the fact that that's happening. I've got loads of friends and family that, with how fast the tickets went, 6 minutes, they didn't have the opportunity to be able to get in there and to get them tickets. So this is another outlet for them to be able to see me. It's a massive opportunity, and again, I'm going to grab it both hands and run away with it.
Last one from me. How do you see this one getting done?
Listen, it's going to be a finish. It's not going to go the distance. We all know, but between the both of us, we're obviously proving on the track record that we're both exciting fighters. But I just feel like he hasn't fought anyone of my caliber or style or strength or determination and grit and heart, and I feel that's going to be a problem for him on the night. So I can't wait to see what goes down. But yeah, it's going to be a finish. I see it as a second round.